else who's feeling the weirdness between Benny and Selena? I know that the fans of Selena and Benny were not that supportive when it came down to her announcement. So let's just take a look at some of the weirdness attached to this relationship.
Most comfortable thing in the world. Yes.
A lot of Selena fans were not that pleased when she made the announcement about her and Benny dating. They just seem to feel like it's a little bit weird, okay? I think that they haven't accepted the fact that these two are actually a couple, even though on her Instagram, she has been posting a lot about them, including very intimate smoochy moments, which means she doesn't have an issue with it at all. Now, Gomez and Blanco actually have known each other for many, many years. But the first part that is weird to a lot of people is that Benny is Justin's good friend, and they still are good friends. In fact, Benny has known Justin before he knew Selena. This is after Selena and him collaborated with J Balvin and other artists on her most recent song. Gomez and Blanco have actually known one another for years. So the pair, alongside with fellow musicians Taney and J Balvin, released a track titled I Can't Get Enough in 2019. Although they ran in the same circle, it would not be until years later, last year to be in fact, that they would connect in a more romantic way. In December 2023, the Love You Like a Love Song singer finally confirmed her relationship with the music producer in a series of Instagram comments. Now, in the comments of the photos of the two, Gomez said, he, Blanco, is my absolute everything in my heart. Although the public was only just finding out about their romance, the relationship wasn't actually new. The Only Murders in the Building star revealed, according to people, that they had been dating for already 6 months. Now, this is the part that people don't have, they have a challenge with. Now, what they're calling it weird is because she, leading up to that time, the entire summer, in many different posts and in her TikTok and other encrypted posts, she kept referring to the fact that she's single, she is not dating anyone. Now, as a relationship expert and as a woman who's also been following, like a fan, I would say that I definitely am a fan of Selena Gomez, and I'm a fan of Justin Bieber, so I am one of those people that, you know, really wanted to see this couple get back together. Now, I know that that's probably not happening. And when she released her song, Lose You to Love Me, I mean, that hit deep. I think a lot of people could relate to the fact that she was finally saying goodbye to a, you know, almost decade-long relationship with her, the love of her life, her, you know, I wouldn't even call it high school sweetheart, her teen love, her puppy love, their first love. They shared a ton of history together. So the fact that she is dating somebody that is good friends with her ex, it seems, you know, a little hard to swallow for some people. That's kind of the weirdness of it. And we wonder how Justin's feeling about the whole thing, or has this had an impact on the relationship between Justin and Benny? We don't know, only they would know. I would think that there was enough time that has passed, and maybe there was a conversation that happened behind the scenes that none of us are privy to, none of us know about. Clearly, with J Balvin being a producer and Justin being not just a friend, a client, a collaborator. In fact, they did the song together, Lonely. And when I hear that song, Lonely, I'm thinking about Justin and Selena, to be honest with you. Who else is on that same train? And now he's dating his ex-girlfriend, which how many hours or times or conversations have they had about this lost love? And he probably knows a lot more intimate details than we do, being that they were close friends and they you know, collaborated on that one song, Lonely, which really is like this really heartfelt ballad that I felt like kind of described a period in time where Justin was lonely, and we got to see this side of him that made, I know, me feel more empathy towards him. And if I wasn't already a fan, like, I became even more of a fan after that song. So that part just seems weird to a lot of people, which makes it a little bit difficult to accept. Selena Gomez's friends are reportedly worried that Benny Blanco is going to be hurting her mental health. Now, that may seem like a contradiction based on the fact that just 2 days ago, Selena posted with Benny, actually there's a slide, a carousel of 4 photos, calling him my best friend. Now, Selena hasn't been, you know, shy to flaunt her love for Benny. According to this article, it seems like there is absolutely nothing wrong in the relationship.
Most comfortable thing in the world. Yes. I want to be in this forever.
It's constantly changing, and I don't know, I think that's what I want it to feel like.
Yet, there's a quote stating that Selena has been through so much and finally seems to have found stability and some measure of peace. But friends worry her mental health issues will resurface at the worst possible moment. Now, this is an insider claim to National Enquirer. Now, Selena may not see it that way because apparently she's really head over heels for Benny, and it seems that way in all of her recent posts. She's over the moon about Benny, the source continued. Selena has been open about her mental health struggles in the past, which includes dealing with anxiety and depression. In fact, the actress had a 2-week stay at a rehab facility in 2014 for her mental health following her lupus diagnosis, and she's admitted to undergoing in-person treatment for bipolar disorder. Now, as a relationship expert, I will say that dating somebody with mental health issues can be challenging, but that's only when you are not sure about the mental health condition itself. Is it okay to be dating somebody with bipolar disorder? Let's understand, first of all, bipolar disorder and the impact it could have in a relationship. Unless the condition of bipolar disorder is not treated or it's causing noticeable dysfunction, that is when it may be problematic inside of a relationship. So some things that you have to consider is if the condition is being well managed, and questions that you want to ask yourself before you enter a relationship with someone with bipolar disorder or for any mental illness are you okay with dating someone with bipolar disorder? Do you understand the symptoms of bipolar disorder, and do you have the patience and understanding to work through these challenges? Does their personality and their habits and their communication style meet your needs? And do you feel safe and supported inside this relationship? So this is an extra layer of stress that could happen between Benny and Selena if it is not addressed appropriately, okay? The one thing is that Selena has taken the time to take breaks from social media. She's known for taking these regular breaks because of her mental health, and most of her fans are okay with that. She prioritizes her well-being by stating that she needs this time away so that she can deal with her issues. A quote from Selena: "I thought the world would be a better place if I wasn't there." She also stated, "I felt like all of my pain and anxiety washed over me all at once. It was one of the scariest moments of my life." So having said that, and Benny knowing likely that she's dealing with these issues and they're still together and committed, means that he's willing to support her during these challenging times. Now, the issue is Selena and Benny are allegedly already talking about marriage. My concern about that as a matchmaker is that most of the relationship in the very beginning is still the honeymoon phase. In fact, 18 months of any initial relationship is considered the honeymoon phase. It's the same phase that Taylor and Travis Kelce are in any new relationship. You are wearing these rose-colored glasses. Your physiology is different. You're, maybe ignoring signs of any incompatibility because you're just so into that person. So I would caution people who are considering marriage within a very short time unless they know that their core values are aligned. Selena is 31, Benny is 35, and they've only been dating from what we're aware of for 6 months, and they're already talking about marriage. Quote, "Selena is convinced she's found her soulmate and doesn't see any reason to wait to seal the deal." This is a different source that mentioned that in the National Enquirer. Benny also is apparently ready for the next chapter in his life in the same way that Selena is. Selena is 31, and according to Celebrity Net Worth, has recently skyrocketed to $800 million. The vast majority of Selena's Gomez net worth comes thanks to her highly successful makeup company, Rare Beauty. Now, Benny Blanco is 35, with an estimated net worth of $50 million. Could the income disparity and Selena's celebrity spotlight shining brighter than Benny's be a conflict? Or can it cause friction due to the imbalance of fame and power? Benny seems a little more private in his personal life, and we have no idea if they've discussed any potential issues or concerns about, the traditional relationship, if that's important to either one of them. And adding potential fuel to this fire is Selena's health. Selena has been very open about her physical and mental health struggles. Could a new relationship place an additional burden on her? Her well-being should be a priority. And is Benny, or any partner she chooses, properly equipped to support her through any physical or mental breakdowns? And let's not forget family dynamics. Has Benny met Selena's family and all of her close friends? Gaining the approval of her inner circle is likely important. Now, fans were quick to make some nasty comments about Benny, claiming he wasn't good enough for her. I, for one, do not agree with this perspective. However, as a relationship expert and matchmaker, I know the acceptance of your romantic partner is important, and it plays a role in long-term happiness. Now, what does data and society pressures have to say? Average celebrity couple relationship lifespan is shorter than most. Unfortunately, statistics do not favor Hollywood relationships with long lifespans. Fame has a way of ruining many relationships. Male versus female dating timelines. There is a societal trend where women often feel more pressure than men on relationship clocks. Biological pressure for milestones like marriage. Is Selena rushing things due to these external pressures rather than truly feeling secure with Benny? The biological clock factor is also a potential red flag. Celebrity lives run on a different clock. We know that. And let's not forget, women especially can face pressures about life goals that men often don't. Is it realistic for any new couple to know where they stand on issues like kids and marriage this early? Could some of these outside factors potentially play out for Selena and Benny? Will Selena and Benny pave their own path regardless of what anyone else thinks? I want to make it clear that my personal view is not anti-Benny and Selena. Ultimately, I wish them nothing but happiness. As a dating and relationship expert, it is important to discuss relationship dynamics before discussing marriage and kids. Having agreements and talking about shared values and timeline is important for any relationship to be successful. Hopefully, they've had the opportunity to share those things with each other in their own privacy and not have outside people impact their relationship.